know those couples who, no matter what they're talking about, their kids, their money, even what to make for dinner, somehow their civilized conversations quickly erupt into knockdown, drag-out fights? Turn yourself in. Well, it seems that bickering is the only way some couples know how to communicate. They have to do it in anger or not at all. None of us will ever forget my first guests, Troy and Tammy, and Troy's parents. Their intense bickering speaks for itself. You'll remember this couple. Take a look.
Tammy would have probably not been somebody that I would have chosen for Troy.
Joyce has called me a bitch, a redneck, trailer park trash.
I did not call her trailer trash. I did not call her a redneck. And what was the other one?
An effing bitch.
No, my husband did that.
That was you?
That was me. The F word is part of Tammy's vocabulary, every other word, and I think she is crazy. And as far as the bitch, yeah, she was certainly acting like that at the moment.
When anybody in this world is calling your wife an effing crazy bitch. I'm just an old Texas boy,
Yep.
But if somebody jumps on my wife calling her those kind of names,
Sure.
There's going to be a serious problem right there, right then.
He regrets saying that?
I don't think so.
Troy has left me 4 times, and I always feel that it's been with the guidance and coaching of his mom.
I have a really close relationship with my son.
Hi, son, it's Mom. Hi, son, it's Mom.
Hi, Mom. How you doing? Why do you always worry about what we're talking about?
Well, because you talk to your mom 4 or 5 times a day. When we got out of counseling, you looked at me in the back seat and told me if Troy ever had to pick between you or me, I would lose.
I never told you that.
I'm not lying. She said it to me in the car.
Who's right here?
Mom's right.
Okay.
She bosses those kids like they're military.
I do have house rules, and they're pretty simple. Take your shoes off, make your bed, clean your room, eat your dinner.
Are you an obstinate bully?
I don't believe so, no.
When I come to visit, just patronize me for 4 days. Do not force feed these children. Tell them when they're hungry.
But who died and left you in charge? You said my parents are my best friend. I have them recorded if you want to hear it. I think taking your problems outside and not resolving those internally are absolutely deal breakers for this marriage. You've never been in a blended family before. You've never taken 4 children and merged and molded them together before, and that brings unique challenges. And if you don't make the adjustments, I predict you're not going to be married very long. Well, we've been tracking Troy and Tammy since the moment they left our stage, so we want to take a look and see if this blended family found a way out of their chaos or if they're still at each other's throats. Take a look.
Since the DrPhil show, I got to see firsthand exactly how my mother-in-law felt about me. Well, I think she would do whatever it takes to get you to divorce me.
She's never one time ever told me that I should leave you, ever.
You see Troy protecting his mom and the nice little smile on her face when he did. So you don't think Mom's lying? You weren't there, and you still defend her.
Oh, I'm not defending her, Tammy.
You just did. You're defending your mom like
I'm
you
not.
always do.
No, I'm not.
I thought the show fueled a monster.
I called your mom a I said it. I shouldn't have said it. I told you I was sorry, and I have paid for the last 6 days.
She wanted me to go on this show to prove that I was wrong, okay? And I think she did that.
Before the DrPhil show, there were 97 phone calls between Troy and his mom in 1 month.
Hi, Mother. It's your mama's boy calling.
Now I don't think that they're talking as much or as often.
I used to speak with my parents 3 to 4 times a week. Now after the show, I still speak with them about 3 to 4 times a week.
I have a hard time trusting Troy at this point because of how many times he's threatened to leave or has left.
I'm telling you, I want a divorce. End of story.
After the show aired, Tammy had some emails that were coming in off the message board, and she told me that 2,900 people think that I should divorce you.
Talking about things from 5 years ago, 4 years ago, when I was married before, what you've done before. You want to talk about all that? Or does that what matters?
I want a divorce.
Okay. Troy wants to hold a grudge. Troy can hold a grudge for a very long time.
Where are you running off? We need to talk about it.
I think Troy is responsible for the majority of our fights.
She will always get up, yell, go to the room, slam the doors.
All you have talked about is the past.
Because they're going to
That's
be
all
wrong.
you've talked about.
Public Tammy is, everybody loves Tammy. Beautiful woman, energetic, outspoken. The private Tammy is somebody that is very hot-tempered.
Hey, the real Tammy, please step
Who's
forward.
the real Tammy?
I always say I'm wrong. I always say I'm sorry.
Normally our fights end with me saying I'm sorry.
We can be sitting on the couch holding hands, loving on each other, and I'll make a comment and that can just go on and it can completely escalate into something that I wasn't prepared for.
Troy can turn on and off fighting like a light switch.
So why you liar? You're a liar. Oh, Tammy, you are sick, sick.
I would like to see Dr. Phil get her to accept some responsibility in this relationship. If things keep going the way they're going, I think that we're not going to be together.
Are you gonna let your daughter play in the sink with knives, Tam? I gotta go back to work.
I have never once wanted a divorce.
I don't want a divorce, period.
Troy needs to be committed to his wife and his family and his marriage.
Well, guys, that doesn't look like you're getting along very well at home.
No?
No.
And Troy, the last thing you said on the tape was, I don't want a divorce, but I understand you've changed your mind about that.
Yeah, I have changed my mind.
Where are you in this right now?
Well, this is nothing new. I mean, he says he wants a divorce every other week. I mean, and at this point, if he wants a divorce, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I don't want a divorce.
Well, you say frequently, in fact, on the tape several times, you were saying you want a divorce, you want a divorce, you want a divorce. And that, you may keep saying it because it's how you really feel. But you've threatened this before and you've left a number of times, right?
Yeah, I've left, I believe, 4 times.
He says that what you're showing here on the show is the public Tammy, and that at home you yell and scream and attack and interrupt and accuse and manipulate and are just absolutely over the top. And we saw some of that on the tape out of both of you. So,
Well, I definitely admit that I am a boisterous person. I yell. I do yell. It's something that I have been working on. I admit that I feel constantly threatened, and I am defensive because of that.
Are you being honest now?
Yes.
I mean, because I know that during the field interview, you said to our field producer on camera, I had him transcribe it, we have stopped arguing so much. We fight basically like brother and sister now. We talk about staying together more than divorce. And then immediately after the interview, you told the director off camera, I wasn't honest during that interview. I'm just trying to save this marriage, and it's just not working.
I wasn't honest about the fighting like brother and sister, and that it has gotten better, but the times that we still do fight, it is major explosive.
Yeah, because I don't want to deal with a fantasy. I mean, if you want to tell me what's going on, I can give you my feedback about it, and if not, then, don't waste your time or mine, either one. We got to be honest, put it on the table.
I am gonna break down the damn door of your session. You pathetic human soul. My hand.
When they argue too much, I just want to leave because I just don't like it. When they argue, it makes me feel really bad.
We're talking with families whose passion for fighting is like a drug of choice. I mean, it's just a pattern that just goes from one day to the next. I'm here with Troy and Tammy, who've allowed this destructive behavior to really infiltrate, I think, every level of their marriage and their family. Y'all realize you're doing this in front of your children?
Yes.
Yep, and that's why that I've decided as of Sunday that I'm no longer going to be a part of this marriage.
And you realize that really changes who they are. I mean, I watched your little daughter, 2 years old, standing at the sink while y'all are threatening each other and yelling and screaming back and forth. And she's having to hear all of this. Mm-hmm. And that's absolutely terrible.
You're right.
I mean, that has to stop one way or the other. And y'all are intelligent people. Why do you do that in front of those children?
I think it's become a habit.
Well, that's not an answer, though. I mean, to say, I understand,
It's not right.
I understand that this is destructive for my children, but it's just a habit, so I do it.
No,
That's a
wrong.
choice. You
You're right.
choose to do this.
Right.
You're right.
Well,
So how do we choose not to do? Are you leaving?
yeah, I'm leaving. I am leaving. And I tried to leave 3 other times because of this.
I don't
It's
think
not worth it
leaving
to me
those
anymore.
is the answer. And I know for a fact that Troy will never find somebody who loves him more than I do or is better for him than I am. And I agree that that is wrong. And I want it to be better. And I want to know how to make it better. And I want us to get better together. But if he's leaving, it obviously doesn't matter.
Okay, first of all, we're seeing a counselor, right? And I told you from day one that Leslie and I are working on individual things, and things were going very, very well, okay? And that's what, I think the issue is. It's more of a personal thing, not a marriage problem. And the thing that I found very interesting
So just
was...
throw the marriage out the
what
door,
I found
right?
very interesting is when you didn't like what she had to say, you stormed right out of there and slammed the door, and you've never been back. So don't tell me, this is all lip service.
That's not true. Hold on a minute. That
Okay,
isn't
well,
true.
you hold on a minute. This is Leslie Rogers. And one of the things that I'm really proud of here is that I've said before, we don't do 8-minute cures on this stage. We raise people's awareness. We try to be an emotional compass, point them in the right direction. And we have a very aggressive aftercare program if people want it, to go to licensed, certified counselors that can help them with those things. And you've been doing that with this family in their hometown, correct?
Yes.
It's not going well as a couple, correct?
It's not going well at all. And Troy's comment that Tammy did leave our last session is correct. And I have seen them escalate to the point that's very much like what we just saw on the tape. And it makes it very difficult it makes it impossible to do therapy. I mean, they love hard and they fight hard.
Okay, but you stormed out of the session, it's my
Yes.
understanding, because you said he wasn't listening.
He wasn't listening.
So you stormed out of the session? That didn't sound like you were listening very well if you left.
No, I wasn't.
Do you want to get involved in this, honestly,
Yes.
or not?
Yes.
Are you being honest in this thing?
I believe I'm being absolutely honest.
After the show was over, did you go on to the message board identifying yourself as a neighbor and put up a posted something on the message board?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Because there was a post on the message board, and we try to watch these real closely, and if there's something on there that we think is just not appropriate or whatever, then we'll pull it right down. And there was a message on there that it says, it's hilarious that you people who say Troy is cruel are the same ones that are being verbally abusive on this message board. Tammy, yes, seems so sad and upset on stage, but I know the person she really is because I live next door. I see her verbally bully her kids as well as Joyce's grandson. I have seen her let her kids listen to rap music with the most horrific language where you hear F this and F that. And I hope that Troy and Tammy get back on the show so we can really hear both sides. Written as a neighbor. And when they traced this back, it was traced back to your computer.
Really? So you're, really? Isn't that funny?
Well, I had somebody else write it. I did not write it.
Really?
Absolutely.
Well, you're so honest, though, aren't you?
Yes, I am honest.
Well, now,
Really?
hold on. Hang on. Did you write that or not?
I did not write that.
Did you cause it to be written?
I caused it to be written. Yes, I did.
Okay. You had somebody else write it.
Oh.
And so I'd like to, well,
But that's not very honest.
well, hold on for a second, though.
Because if you feel those things,
actually-
you can say them. Obviously, you can.
absolutely.
And I want you to say them if that's how you feel.
But the point is there was other things on the message board that were scrubbed. Everything seemed to just lean towards her, and I was like, well, this is absolutely crazy. This doesn't make sense.
Well, why would you not just go on the board and just say, hey, this is Troy and this is crap. I'm going to tell you what really is the thing.
Well, I don't know. I guess it wasn't appropriate, or I didn't want to be known that I did it, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
But everything that you're saying, everything you said here with a pseudonym, you believe. Everything that was said, you do believe she
I do
verbally
believe
bullies the children.
absolutely, I believe that.
You want to get punched in the face and the cops can take me to jail? Is that what you want? He's a hitter. See?
Well, I'm here with Troy and Tammy, whose explosive bickering has become the primary dynamic in their marriage. Now, tell me what you're thinking at this point.
Well, at first I was pretty surprised, but you know something, Dr. Phil? I want my marriage, and I can move forward from here forward and love my husband and work at putting this back together and make this work.
Why did you marry Tammy to begin with?
I met Tammy very, very soon after my first divorce. So, you know, Tammy, to me, was very exciting, beautiful, fun. I felt that she actually, you know, loved me, you know, took care of me. But to me, a lot of that stuff, you know, I think it was, a lot of that changed. I would say pretty much the 3 years that we've been married, or 4 years we've been married, it's been very, very difficult.
So it was a mistake in your view?
Well, in my opinion right now, yeah.
Yeah. What do you think it was a mistake? If you
No.
had it to do over again, if you knew then what you know as you sit here in this chair today, would you have married him?
Yes.
If you knew then what you know today, would you have done this?
No way.
You want to know what I think?
We're here.
I'm not like a waiter going through the specials. You can interrupt at any time. And I used to be a waiter, and when I gave the specials, and I'd get halfway through and somebody would say, "Is that with cheese?" I'd have to go back to the top. So, I mean, say what you want when you want to say it. But look, you guys have yet, in my opinion, to have a single solitary argument, fight, conversation, sharing, or exchange about what I call an issue. About what I call an issue. You're fighting about what I call topics. And when you fight about everything, you're fighting about nothing.
It all becomes...
Topics are like money and kids and time and attention and where you were. Those are things that are interchangeable. The issues are what really drives you. You know, you talk about, you say you get mad and blow up because he goes to bed after he lights candles, that he doesn't close the garage door, that he doesn't take the trash out. Really, in the grand scheme of the world, it just doesn't really matter a whole lot. I'm not saying you don't need to put the garage door down, but really, it's not worth subjecting a 2-year-old child to whether they had cereal or bacon and eggs for breakfast. Those aren't the things. The issues that underlie those things are the core issues of acceptance, love, safety, trust, integrity, belongingness. All of those kind of things are what really matter, and you've never discussed those things. You don't talk about them because you're so busy fighting about topics that you never get to the issues.
How do you do that then?
Well, the way you do it is you first decide that you're going to stop being a damn right fighter. I mean, what has happened here is this has become a competition instead of a cooperation. And understand, when you talk about competition, that means the other party's the enemy. And what you're doing now is, in order for you to win, she has to lose. In order for you to win, he has to lose. I believe that if you're ever going to resolve anything, you've got to deal at the issue level rather than the superficial topic level. And the reason people continue to fight about the same things is because they're not really fighting about what they're fighting about. It's all smoke and mirrors. So you wanted to say something. We went to break.
No, I'm a very competitive person. So you get me into a fight or something, yeah, that's great. But I don't wake up in the morning, I don't put expectations on Tammy like she puts on everybody else. The kids, my mother, my father, anybody that comes associates herself with Tammy.
Disagree with that.
Everybody has a certain expectation.
Okay, we're going to talk one at a time.
Everybody has a certain expectation on how they should live, okay?
That isn't my choice. It's never been my choice. If we're married, it's his choice. If we're getting a divorce or we're separated, it's his choice. If we get along, it's his choice. Don't trust me, I get mad and I get angry and I cause fights, you betcha, but I don't hold a grudge for a week and move out and make everything in your life.
But wait a minute, what you just said, yeah, I get mad, I lose my temper, I start fights, but.
Oh, those aren't okay.
Well, of course they're not okay, so why do you follow them with a but? Put all that aside.
Because how do you move out and make it just all better?
Well, you're not going to make it all better. And I don't want the children. Everybody says, should we stay together for the children? No. These children don't have a voice, but let me tell you, children would a hell of a lot rather be from a broken home than live in one.
You're right.
I agree.
Okay? If they had a choice, they would rather be from one than live in one. And right now, they're living in a broken home. They're living in an emotional divorce here. And what it's going to take, I'm going to tell you very specifically what it's going to take. You're either going to agree to work on this, and you know, Leslie here is, you know, she works with the same concepts that I talk about, and she's
That's why I like her.
read all
Same
the
here.
books, and she teaches from them. She got a lot more to her than just what I do, but she certainly subscribes to that. True?
True.
Say that with conviction.
True, Dr. Phil.
And what it's going to take is you're going to have to be willing to let her drill down and get to what the issues are. Because in order for this marriage to work...
But don't I have the right to have the security of knowing tomorrow that my husband's still going to be married to me?
You have the
instead
right
of
to
through
know
this?
that, but you have the responsibility to listen to me right now.
Okay.
That's what you need to do, is you need to hear what I'm saying right now. You can reject it if you want to, but, and I really mean that. You can reject it. You can say, he doesn't know what he's talking about, I'm not going to listen. But at least hear it, okay? Mm-hmm. What's going to have to happen for this marriage to work is you're going to have to drill down and say, what are the issues that really have me bugged? Because, you know, my dad used to say, there's something about that old boy I just can't stand about me. And those are the people that you're criticizing and you're dogging on because you see in others what you hate about yourself. And you two are just like this. I guarantee you, you see things in him you don't like about you. You see things in her you don't like about you. You're going to have to get down to what the issues are. Is it that you're tired of living with fear every day, that you want a soft place to fall, that you want to know that there is a home where you belong and are accepted and not criticized and monitored and inventoried every single day of your life? How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Or you can argue about being right, but that's an issue with you. And for you, you want to know that your wife is proud of you and proud of the father that you are and the things that you do, and supports you in a loving relationship with your family and supports you in a loving relationship with the children. And we all need those things. And that requires that both of you get honest about your needs and your issues, and that you wake up every morning and look yourself in the mirror and say, what can I do today to make my marriage better? I can't change her, but I can take care of me. And I've said before, if you want out of this, you got to earn your way out. And long suffering is not the same as earning. The fact that you've hurt a long time, the fact that you've been in pain a long time is not earning your way out. Earning your way out is drilling down to the issues. Earning your way out is owning your responsibility for the marriage being off in the ditch and saying, this is not 50-50, it's 100-100. You got to say, the only person I control is me. And Leslie even says that you are being very sincere about that in your individual work with her. And you can do that same thing where if you're a better person, you bring a better person into the marriage every single day. And you may not want to do that. And if you don't, there's not anybody can make you do that. But I'll tell you when you're ready to get a divorce. You're ready to get a divorce when you can walk out the door without bitterness, resentment, or unfinished emotional business. You got to finish your emotional business till you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I've done everything I know how to do, and I am at peace with the fact that it simply wasn't meant to be. We're talking with families who have resorted to fighting as their only method of communication. Now, Colleen is a recent single mother of 5 who dreads her kids' constant bickering. Now, she just really is afraid that it's going to wind up in something really severe, somebody getting hurt or worse. Take a look.
Debbie, no more! I have 5 children. I'm raising them by myself. The boys will not get along.
Mikey, why won't you just shut up?
My brothers fight.
Oh my God, that freaking hurt!
You walk in this house and you could feel the tension among everybody.
Put your hands on me again.
Stop pushing.
Get off of me!
My mom always slapping me or always hitting me for no reason.
Get downstairs now! Now, Mikey!
I dread coming home because it's not one of the greatest places to come home to.
You're ticking me off. But am I walking around the house freaking beating the shit out of you like I should be? The fighting is escalating to fist fights. The 13-year-old chased the 15-year-old with a knife.
Yeah?
They're in charge of themselves while I'm at work. I depend a lot on Mikey. He's gonna be 16 in June. Mikey, you're in charge. Behave.
What do you mean, behave?
When she's not here after school, I am in charge of them, but only to the fact where I'm there as in a safety alarm.
Let me finish, you loser. You're gay.
I walk around with constant migraines. I can't deal with the stress of trying to keep this family surviving. I can't do that.
She's almost going through a midlife crisis. She's out there, you know, partying, or she'll go out at 8 o'clock at night. When you ask her where she was, she won't tell you.
What do you think? Because you're bigger than me? That I can't touch you? You're lucky I don't touch you. Maybe I should bring your father back in here and let him go off on you. How's that?
They're home for 3 hours a day by themselves. They're gonna snap with no one to break it up. They're gonna destroy each other. I'm just waiting for that phone call. Dr. Phil, my house is out of control. It's more than I can handle. I need someone to help us get through this.
What's your reaction to watching that? You get some distance from things when you watch it on tape.
Right.
What's your reaction to that?
I see it even worse watching it that way. I didn't realize how bad it's escalated.
What is it? You see
The
it.
fighting, even me, I can't even control it. I have no way to control it, so I snap and I lose it.
This is your daughter, right?
That's my daughter.
Becky? Okay, you're 23, right? You're young enough I can say your age. What do you think as you watch this?
That's what we live through every day.
And Mikey, are you surprised when you watch that at how volatile it is?
No, I'm not surprised at all. The only thing I'm surprised that seemed kind of light compared to what we do.
It gets worse.
Yeah, it gets a lot worse.
Way worse.
Yeah. How so?
We hit each other.
It's okay. You're doing a good job. So, there you go. Now tell me what you wanted to say.
We hit each other. We hit each other. We kick each other. We call each other names. We just can't get along.
Yeah. Does it scare you?
It scares me a lot.
Yeah. Why does it scare you? What do you think's going to happen?
Because if we keep on doing this, then we'll never get along in the future, so we can't protect each other. And it's not gonna help us later on if we need each other.
What do you want to happen? How would you like to, if you could tell a story about your family and you could write the story any way that you wanted it to be, how would you write the story?
I'd write it I'd make us all get along. And that's one of my dreams for us to just stop fighting and just get along.
So how do you feel about your mom?
I kind of feel bad for her because every time she comes home, she either opens the door, says hi, or she gets 1 million people on her face just telling her what happened at home.
You love her?
Yes, I love her very much.
How about your brother here? You love him?
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah. And how about these two guys?
Yeah, I love them too.
Yeah. So you just want everybody to get along?
Yeah.
Are you willing to help with that? If I can come up with a plan for you guys to work on this?
If you can come up with a plan.
Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth now. Right now. You are not going to embarrass me in front of my friends. Shut your mouth.
Your friends?
That's right, because then he'll go home and tell his parents, and I don't need everybody knowing. So shut your mouth.
We fight about Xbox, computer, TV, popularity, friends, school, grades, who's smarter, who's dumber, who's cooler, everything.
Any day you'll just see people running in circles around all of our tables. So it's a lot of yelling.
Well, Today we're focusing on families that do communication, if you can call it that, only through fighting and little else. I'm here with Colleen and several of her children. Now, she has an out-of-control household and often has Mikey in control because she's not there, and the brothers physically attack each other and sometimes their mother as well. Now, you realize you've got to be the one that leads this situation out of the woods, right?
I realize that, but I can't anymore. They don't listen to me. I can't get in between them. If I do, I'll get clocked in the head if they're fist fighting.
Okay, you understand that you have to be, you're the adult here.
Right.
You're the parent here.
Right.
And you have to be the one that leads this to a calmer ground.
Right, right.
And you're saying you can't do it. I mean, you don't know how to do it. You
Right.
don't have the tools.
Right.
But that doesn't lessen your responsibility whatsoever.
Oh, I know that.
And your yelling and screaming is absolutely unacceptable. And,
I know
and
that.
plus, it doesn't work, does it?
No, I know that. It doesn't. But when you've got 4 of them and sometimes 5 of them and they're all just at each, I don't know how. I don't know how.
I'm going to tell you what I think here. You got to open your mind and not be a yeah, but person. I say, you got to lead out of this. Yeah, but I don't know how. Well, it's sure your responsibility. Yeah, but that doesn't make it easy. Yeah, but, yeah, but, yeah, but, yeah, but.
Right.
There ain't any yeah, buts here. If you watch this show a lot, you ought to know me better than that.
Yes. But I had to go back to work. I miss you now.
Yeah, well, get a VCR. You need to do that. You guys have to start working on this together. I'll promise you, the day will not come that any of y'all will be proud of the fact that you were able to gang up on and bully your mother. The day will never come that you will be proud of the fact that you could out-scream your children and threaten them and go through this ridiculous behavior. What you guys are going to have to do is every one of you is going to have to look at what's happening on that tape and start controlling yourself personally. You need to start having some family meetings. Now that can sound like Beaver Cleaver here. We're going to have a family meeting. Trust me, it's not Beaver Cleaver time. It is time that you guys have some family meetings that are not bitch sessions, but they're where you sit down and you talk about certain things that need to be communicated. Children, you guys have responsibilities for this family just as well as does your mother and your sister. Everybody has a responsibility here. And part of the responsibility can be to just stop doing certain things. And don't tell me you can't. Can you communicate without yelling and screaming?
Right now, I don't think I can.
You don't go to work and do that, do you?
No, I
don't. Do you do that with your coworkers?
No, I don't. No.
I would not want to come in there if you did. You don't do that with your coworkers, so it is situation specific. You do have the ability to not do that.
Yes, definitely.
Correct? You don't go to your friend's house and yell and scream like that and attack. You don't attack their mothers, do you?
No.
Or do you?
When there's 6 people living in a house, the only way you can talk is if you're yelling, because you have to yell over.
Let's say that is not a volume issue. What we just looked at was not a volume issue. That is a spirit issue. That is an aggressive issue. That is a viciousness issue. And you can do it. I'll promise you, if I put a shock collar on every one of you, and every time you yelled and screamed, I just blasted you, I could fix that in a week. So it is a matter of choice. It is a matter of choice. You have to start exercising some choices. But I believe one thing to be true. I believe that you cannot do this on your own. But I want you to start having family meetings. I want you to start putting this stuff together in a way where there is a plan for the family, and we start having some respect for ourselves and each other.
I've tried the family meetings before. I've seen you suggest it. I've tried it. They don't know how to talk.
Yeah, but.
No, it's not yeah, but. It's not. I mean, I've tried with them.
What I'm saying is you don't know how to do this at this point. I am willing to get you someone to help you. I'm willing to get someone in your town that we talk to carry out the plan that I want to do, and we will put them in your home to conduct the family meetings, to become an intermediary to bring this. I mean, it's like the United Nations. If we have to get a round table, we'll do it. But I am willing to do what it takes to stop, but you have to be the adult and step up and say, I will do what you assign to do.
I will do what you assigned to do, definitely, period.
Okay, I've often said you can't have something going wrong in your life if you don't have a lifestyle to support it, and that's true with a fighting family. You've got to have a chaotic situation to spawn that kind of thing, and I want to get you guys some help right away in your home to stop this. Devin, come up here a minute. What do you guys think of this young man right here? Huh? Good boy? Good boy? All right. It's often been said out of the mouths of babes, and the most important things said on this show today certainly were not said by me, I'll guarantee you. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.